Just for that one fact, it takes a lot of effort and guts to do this. And this lovely lady is one of the smarty cats that I know. She's a doctor. She's a yoga guru. She has a lot of wisdom that she puts out there in the world. And tonight, she's doing the stand-up comedy for the first time and saving my reputation on the line. Put your hands together for Dr. Praveena.
DJ. Thank you, Sam. Guys, I have a confession to make. He's already said it. I've never done stand-up comedy before, so I don't know why I'm here. But after today, I'll probably, depending on how this goes, if it goes well, I'm going to be telling everyone, you know what? Yeah, I'm a natural tomorrow. But if it doesn't go well, I'll probably on Monday go back to my 20-year dentistry career. So yeah, this place has got a vibe, eh? There's a few scary stuff on the walls here. But it doesn't really scare me that much. You know what really horrifies me? Dolls. True story. Everything that I tell you today, it's all true stories. Nothing is made up, because that's how fucked up my life is, that I have to just laugh at myself, and I'm glad that all of you get to witness this along with me today. So, dolls, yeah. I never owned a single doll my entire life. Even in my childhood. Let me tell you why. So I was about 6 years old. I was living in India at that time. So, you know Indian parents, our rules are a little bit different. So when we go to watch movies, you know how we have like R-rated or X-rated movies? Guys, in India, there's no such thing. It's pretty much like, oh, is she still breathing? Yeah, let's take her along. That's how it works. So there was this horror movie that was showing. Any Tamilians in the room? No, okay. So it's called Va Arugula. So basically, I was stubborn. In India, how it works is the family member who is the loudest or the most stubborn always wins. So there was this horror movie, and my mom and my uncle were like, no, you can't come to that. It's too scary. But of course, I persisted. Had my chest out like this. I'm brave, like my chest could not come any further out. That's how brave I was. And what I had to show for my braveness was probably 2 or 3 episodes of Tom and Jerry, where I've seen Jerry be brave. Yeah, that was my emotional preparation for this horror movie. So they decide to take me, we go there. My eyes were literally peeled to the screen, like it could not get any bigger. This is a 6-year-old girl sitting in a horror movie. It's that kind of a rating, you can't even put an R or an X on it. I forgot I had eyelids. They were just frozen open. Trauma. I'm sure there was a bunch of kids in there who probably had therapy for at least 10 years of their life. Yeah, I could not go into a dark room after that. And that is why I never owned a doll. Like the other day I went to there was this museum, the Sunshine Coast, somewhere in Bly, I think. And I was just walking along, and then I entered a room, there was a whole panel of glass. Looked up. You know those Chinese porcelain dolls? Yeah. So let me tell you what actually happened in the movie. So everyone knows there's got to be an evil mother-in-law in the movie, of course. And the woman who was newly married. She didn't get treated that well. Her husband didn't really stand up to her. And she committed suicide. And when she died, she put her hand out and she had this doll that she loved and she took everywhere with her. And of course, her hand just fell on the doll. And as she took her last breath, and her soul flew up in the air, apparently that soul came back down and went into the doll. So then the doll turned into one of these. And apparently it had like this Google Map system where it would walk around and find all the cutlery, all the knives in the house and go after everyone who didn't like the girl. So yeah, imagine watching that as a 6-year-old. And that is why I don't like dolls. I don't like doll museums. Never had one. Yeah, so you know, when I see like horror stuff like this, it doesn't scare me at all. Yeah. So you know, as a dentist, I had to actually cut open an actual human body. They call cadavers. Yeah. That didn't scare me at all. You know, when our professors were teaching us anatomy, and they taught us how to peel back the layers. It was like layers of lasagna, uncovering layer by layer of the human body. But the interesting thing was, as soon as we walked into the room and saw a cadaver, a dead body for the first time in our lives, for some reason, everyone's eyes in the room went on one single body part. Yeah. And I can see you guys picturing that. I'm sure in your mind, your eyes went to that one body part too. Yeah.
Beautiful brain.
Yeah, a bit flaccid. Like dead. Yeah, so dolls don't scare me. So then I decided to move from dentistry and too much stress. I'm like, I need to shake off some of that stress, so went into yoga. Meditate, help people meditate, just breathe. You know, back in India we do this. For a yes, for a no, for a maybe, for a congratulations, for a oh no. Do you know where my charger is? It's always a head nod. You know, that's why Indians actually invented yoga. It was not for spirituality. We needed maintenance for the neck. Yeah, that's why yoga originated in India, because of this. Yeah, and we also, you know, when I'm teaching yoga, I always tell people, observe the thoughts in your mind. Don't judge them. Don't slap on any labels as good or bad thoughts. Just observe it for what it is. But people are judgmental. Taj Mahal got a bloody 1-star review. Come on, yeah. Wonder of the world. What were their complaints? Oh, it doesn't look like the picture. Oh, it's not put together properly. Mate, you can't put IKEA furniture together. Yeah, judgmental people. Then there's the other side of the spectrum too. So recently I attended a fashion show. It was called New York State of Mind. And it was for mental health, which was my area. And I love New York. So it's like, okay, two things. I wouldn't put them together, but sure, let's go. So there I attend, and there's all these models that have just walked the ramp walk. One of those top fashion models in New York, and they've all just landed back in Australia, and I'm looking at their dresses, and like I had to pick picture. Like, I had to really get close and see what was going on because nothing like I'd seen before. I was intrigued. And then this model comes up to me. So after the fashion show is over, we get to mingle with them. And this beautiful model, like she is drop dead gorgeous. She comes up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, I love your dress." So this dress, I bought it, you know, one of those little gullies in India, the places where you don't even have labels or brands on the clothes. That's where I bought it from. That dress that I bought at uni, that was 20 years old, so it lasted longer than my marriage. Yeah. The amount that I paid for that dress was less than the parking that I paid for that day. Yeah, so it's interesting. Whatever you wear with a bit of confidence, apparently, you can put a label and brand it. That was my lesson, right? Yeah. And what else happened? We had COVID. Who remembers COVID? Very fresh in our memories, isn't it? Yeah. COVID really showed us that there's two types of people in this world. Exactly, the toilet paper hoarders. Who just couldn't stop shitting themselves with all the tension that was going on around. And then there were people who did yoga with me. The people who milked Centrelink. Do you remember that? Where you got to withdraw $10,000 from Centrelink. Yeah, I got to see that. Yeah, God bless Centrelink.
Look to the rescue.
I felt like a queen during COVID. Like all this extra money coming in, you couldn't go anywhere, so you had the world of online shopping. And then you got to withdraw another $10,000. How cool was that? It really showed the mentality of people, didn't it? Yeah. You know, I was working for an orthodontist not far away in the city. And I really looked up to orthodontists. I'm like, geez, they've done so much of years of study, 5 years of dental school, and then go for another 3 years, and 3 years on top of that, just to straighten teeth. And we were sitting in the lunchroom one day, and I saw him on his phone. So he had his phone, and he kept doing that. So I went up to him, like, "Are you okay?" And he said, yep, I just have to keep doing this. And he's looking at me, and he's still doing this. So do you know what Google Ads are? We have a marketing guy in the house. He'll tell you if you don't know later. So apparently, every tap on the phone that he was doing was $8 that his competitor had to pay to Google. Orthodontists don't just straighten teeth. They are competitive, like extremely competitive. Yeah, so that's back in India, after every story or every talk, we always say, so the moral of the story. People can be afraid of anything. Some people are not afraid of real dead bodies or blood or bone, but scared of dolls. People aren't always what they see, judgmental. 1-star reviews on Taj Mahal, so don't take any judgment. Even if you're 10 out of 10, people are going to judge you. That's my time, guys. Thank you.